Today on Eagle Nation News, Elizabeth Kirsch highlights Little Rock 9, a group of African American students who pushed the envelope at the height of the civil rights movement.
Lexi Curitan highlights Hugs Cafe, an eatery in downtown McKinney that employs adults with special needs. How can a free hug brighten your day?
And finally, Casey Boston is in studio with an update on this year's Winter Olympics. How successful has the United States been so far?
All this and more today on Eagle Nation News.
Live from Prosper, Texas, this is Eagle Nation News.
Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Wednesday, February 21st. I'm Nico Ray.
I'm Nick Anderson.
And I'm Casey Boston.
Today we started with some news about some changes President Donald Trump plans to make regarding gun control. Casey?
Thank you, Nico. Yesterday, President Trump announced that he has directed his Attorney General to propose a ban on bump stocks, a tool used on rifles to make them fire faster. This comes after the use of one in the recent Las Vegas shooting that killed 59 people and injured over 800 more.
Now on to some news a little closer to home. Tonight, the Chili's located on Preston Road will support Prosper High School Student Council and the American Cancer Society. Chili's will donate 15% of the sales for each flyer that is presented.
Little Rock 9 acted as a catalyst for the movement of African American education. Elizabeth Kirsch reports on how these 9 students enrolled in an all-white high school in a test of the Brown v. Board of Education ruling.
It was September 1957. 2 years earlier, a confirmation of the original Brown v. Board of Education ruling urged schools to integrate racially, quote, with all deliberate speed, although many places had yet to do so. Daisy Bates, president of the Arkansas NAACP, had recruited 9 African-American students to be the first to attend Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. On September 4th, the official first day of school, Minnie Jean Brown, Elizabeth Eckford, Ernest Green, Thelma Mothershed, Melba Patillo, Gloria Ray, Terrence Roberts, Jefferson Thomas, and Carlotta Walls attempted to enter the school, but were prevented from doing so by the Arkansas National Guard under orders from Governor Orville Faubus. A few weeks later, on September 20th, federal judge Ronald Davies ordered Faubus to remove the troops unless they were there to help the students. 3 days later, Little Rock police escorted the 9 students into the school amidst a mob of more than 1,000 white protesters, but were forced to remove them out of fear for their safety. On September 24th, President Eisenhower sent in 1,200 members of the United States Army's 101st Airborne Division to escort the Little Rock 9 into the school. Their first day of classes was on September 25th. 1957. At the end of that year, Ernest Green, the only senior of the group, became the first African-American graduate of Little Rock's Central High School. The 9's bravery and struggle for an equal education demonstrated to a public audience the need for integration, as it was the first true test of the Brown v. Board of Education ruling.
Thank you, Elizabeth. After this commercial break, Caitlin Wessels covers Hugs Cafe, a unique restaurant based out of McKinney, Texas.
Permission forms needed to enroll in dual credit courses next year are due to the counseling office by March 9th. Come visit Chili's tonight to support the PHS Relay for Life fundraiser. Tickets are on sale in the library for $15 and the attire at the dance is casual. Seniors, please turn in your senior activities sheet to Ms. Hamlin by Friday. Now through February 28th, you can drop off $10 fast food gift cards in the counseling office.
Hugs Cafe, a restaurant in downtown McKinney, employs adults with special needs. Caitlin Wessels features the impact on not only the employees, but the customers who visit.
It gives them a purpose. I mean, once they graduate high school and they go into like the life skills program, once that's done, the majority of them have nothing to do. They just kind of sit at home and watch TV. We have given them a purpose to get up in the morning, to come in, to, have a good time.
Hugs Cafe in downtown McKinney is a place that employs adults with special needs.
What drew me to actually special needs in the first place was working with Ruth, our founder at Market Street in McKinney up in the cooking school. She started cooking classes up there for adults with special needs. We started out with maybe 3 kids on a Wednesday night, and by the time she retired to open this, I think we had probably maybe a good maybe 100, 125 that would come in every month for cooking classes, and that's where I found my passion.
Hugs is a perfect example to do. It's the best example of everything. Like we always, help out. We have people with special needs. It's just a really great place, and it's a fun place to work at.
I've been here at Hub for 2 years now, and now I am working here and baking cookies, also doing the side.
The goal of Hugs Cafe is to empower special needs adults to change their lives for the better by creating jobs and providing extensive training every day.
It's great. I love it because I get to greet people and I get to give them hugs every time they leave and tell them to come back and eat here and stuff.
This cafe provides a purpose for those with special needs. Hugs has not only changed their lives, but the customers and workers' lives as well.
It's just great to come to work every day because it's always a good day. Even if you're having a bad day, it's a good day.
Created and driven through compassion, they are able to change the world, one hug at a time. For Eagle Nation News, this has been Caitlin Russell reporting, McKinney.
Thank you, Caitlin. After this commercial break, Casey Boston has a recap of the ongoing Olympic competition in South Korea.
If you're a senior, forensic science, government, economic, or criminal justice student, come support a political forum this Thursday, February 22nd, in the auditorium at 9:30. Guest appearances from the 219th District Court will attend.
The 2018 Winter Olympics are over halfway done with. Many medals and records in the books. Here is Casey Boston with the Winter Olympics Sports Update.
Thank you, Nick. The 2018 Winter Olympics began in South Korea 2 weeks ago, and so far the United States have received 5 gold medals, 3 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals. Receiving gold was Jamie Anderson and Red Gerard in snowboarding slopestyle. Chloe Kim won women's snowboarding halfpipe, Michaela Schifrin won women's giant slalom, and Shaun White won men's snowboarding halfpipe. Red Gerard actually almost missed finals from oversleeping after staying up watching Netflix, but ended up being the first American to receive gold for this year's Winter Olympics. Now be sure to follow our Twitter at Eagle Nation News and check out our website, eaglenation.net, to watch previous episodes. That's all I have for you today. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Casey. Now we send it over to Ryan Rainser in the Eagle Zone with a sports update.
Thank you, Nick. Last night, both basketball teams were in action. Boys basketball faced off against Frisco Heritage, outscoring them 63-50. They'll move on to play Roy City Friday night in the area championship at Allen High School. And girls basketball matched up with Lone Star in the regional quarterfinals. It was a tight game, but the girls fell short 42-46. And boys golf was also in action in the Play to the Max tournament. Cole Lance placed third, and the team overall placed sixth. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Ryan. Now let's take a look at the meeting schedule for the week. French Honor Society has a meeting today during Eagle Time in room 1112, and ITS has a meeting tomorrow at 4 in the auditorium. That's going to do it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Casey Boston.
I'm Nick Anderson.
And I'm Nico Ray. Live long and prosper.